it was a fourth quarter. It was a fourth down with around 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. So they would have gotten the ball back with the game tied. The Patriots would not have gotten that quintessential game-winning field goal. It did win the game, but it was in the third quarter. So I can't really assign it that role. And this is another tush push, right, by Drake May. And we see the overhead angle. He tries to go kind of C-gap, and 97 here knocks him in to the guard and kind of stymies him backwards. And
so can you point out where Drake May is on this?
Drake May, right, is number 10. And so we're going to follow this guy. I'm actually going to slow this down, which is what they were allowed to do when they reviewed this, by the way, because this was challenged.
It was called a first down, and Denver challenged it. So Denver thought there was enough to overturn this call.
So Drake May is clearly trying to go to this gap, but he is affected and essentially hit stick by his own player into the guard. And then
here's where we start to lose Drake May. That's where we start to see him
38 comes in, there. And 99 comes in, and Drake May is now lost. We have lost Drake May.
And remember that, because that is important.
And then, once we find Drake May, it appears that he's behind the line to gain, because it looks like he's here.
See, this angle will give us a better view. Once we lose Drake May, I actually can't find him again until it's all set.
We have to look here.
We do see him here.
See if he makes any significant progress. Because it looks like he doesn't. It looks like he kind of stays where he was. And if he stays where he was on the overhead angle, I think this is Drake May. If I'm this horizontal individual, because you see this is Drake May's butt, and he is laying down like that. So I believe in the overhead angle. We are looking for a man laying sideways. This is Drake May.
Okay, so that's Drake May.
So we have to gauge whether it's a first down based on this portion of Drake May's body. We don't see the football. What is your opinion here?
So, and this is kind of going back to my very controversial take last week, I think the refs got it wrong, but there wasn't enough evidence to overturn it. I think you're right. Well, pause it right there.
Right here?
See, and it zooms out, yeah. And so it zooms out. And so this is where we can't see him, and we certainly can't see the ball. So there's no evidence to prove that the initial spot was wrong, unless his entire body is just well short of the line. But also that yellow line, while the refs can see it, that's not officially official. Sure. That's just where the TV shows that it could be. But if we can't see the ball, we can't spot if he got the ball here under the pile or if he's got it down here under the pile. We don't know. Because if he's got it up here during the pile, then he's got it. But if he's got it tucked down more towards his hip, then he's short. So we don't know where the ball is. I do think he is short if we had GPS tracking like what soccer has. Not GPS, but we've got the microchip.
Yeah, and a lot of that is also used with cameras. And unfortunately, we can't get camera angles of where the ball is. That's also what tennis uses, right? To see if it was on the line or not. They use a bunch of cameras. Yeah. So, and I think
he is short at the end of the day, but there's no evidence. There's absolutely zero evidence to be able to overturn this because we don't know where the ball is. We don't know if it's up here or if it's down here, and those are the difference between it being a first down and it being short.
Sure. And honestly, I agree with you. And for return viewers, you know how rare this is. But Tyler and I agreeing on both ref calls of the week, I don't think it's happened since like week 2. Okay? The fact that we both agree on this is pretty monumental. But it brings up a broader conversation for me. Because, I'm going to stop sharing this because it's honestly useless. That's the problem with the tush push as a whole. It's impossible to officiate properly. Impossible. Whether it's a false start off the line, whether it's an alignment issue where people are lining off offsides, or whether it's the fact that we have no idea whether it's a first down or not once the pile happens. It has affected the viewing experience for numerous teams and audiences because we just have to, essentially go with what the call's on the field, right? Because there's never enough evidence to overturn it. Even in cases where Josh Allen has the ball out of the pile, there's still not enough evidence because we don't have the right camera angle right down the line. So I think that this should be this is probably the 8th straw that has broken the camel's back. The camel is on the ground fighting for its life at this point. The NFL should take action in the offseason and ban the tush push. And I'm changing my stance. I was initially someone who said, nah, the Eagles just run it better than everybody. They should keep it. Nah, the play is broken. If you can't officiate a play, it should not be in the game.